Please make sure to turn off all cell phones or put them on vibrate, please.
What is this court case even about?
Yeah, I love him.
Turn this motherfucker.
All right, it's so real quick. I need both sides confirmation. Is everyone ready on both sides? DAs, defenses.
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, okay, we got some
Ready as
fucking
we'll ever
turtles,
be, or ready as I'll ever be.
I don't think we have enough evidence.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, we should throw it. We should throw all this out. I think we
Shut the
should
fuck up.
give
Time
each
to
other
start. Stay calm.
hugs and handshakes.
So scared.
Yeah, that works for me.
It would be code 3. Code 3.
Hey, yo.
Court case.
What that was a
Hi,
court.
Ski.
Court, hello.
What's good?
I'm in court. What are you-
Yes,
I'm
sir.
in court.
Let me get you real quick. 10
I
seconds.
haven't seen you
Yes,
in
sir.
a minute.
Bro, why motherfuckers call me?
Oh yeah, I took a break.
Yeah, believe in me? We all need
Hey, nah,
those.
ain't so sweet. Hey, listen. Hey, you gonna...
Nah, I can't believe
Ooh, you looking
Said
snazzy.
you've trained for this your whole life.
Nick, you know how I'm feeling. Leave me be. Leave me be. You know how I
And,
feel right now.
and you just looking basic.
Like the officers?
Oh.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, bud, where'd you get that chair from?
I found it.
I just
Out in the
I'm
lobby.
jealous.
I
Yeah,
just
1
told
minute,
I
50
just told
seconds.
V
Nice,
she's
right?
looking basic.
Yeah, she did kind
It
of
was kinda
underdress for this.
heavy.
I'm kind of surprised. MB. Oh, Kilo. Hey, remember to stand, like when you give your statement, stand where it says custom, okay? I'm doing the opening statement?
Yeah, we're giving you the
60
opening
seconds is
statement, my
up.
friend.
Yeah, you're lead. Yeah, you're leading.
You're the lead, my friend. We're here to support you. Basically, my friend, we yo bitches. I mean, how
He's
you
speaking
tell
for himself.
me?
He's
You
speaking
tell
for
me
himself.
how far you want me to be yo bitch.
Yeah, he's speaking for himself. He's speaking for
All
himself.
right. Later.
Later is crazy.
You shut your mouth, you judgmental whore.
All right, guys, let's get professional now. It's time to get professional. Let's get it. Let's lock in.
I'm cooked.
Don't do drugs on the clock, please.
Oh my god.
Man, for a closed court session, it's awfully open.
Oh, it was way more packed a couple days ago because we're filled up.
Well, shit, we may as well pack it up. Kilo, fucking throw something up there, man. Listen.
It's the first time, you know.
Did he introduce me yet?
It's
Yeah, he's having he can't see just yet. Hold on.
What was that? Sorry.
Attempted murder, not murder.
Well, that's what I said. It should be. Wait, did I not put that in the
Introduce you right now.
docket?
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, it's attempted murder. Yeah.
Okay, all right. The session of criminal court is now in session. The impartial Judge Ski presiding. May you all please be seated.
Just remember, Kilo, we go first. We go first.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
We just like to do a few ground rules, all right? So,
Oh, make
ladies
sure
and
you're
gentlemen,
shouting.
as we convene in this court of law, I just want to take this moment to let everybody know the importance of adhering to rules and decorum this court, all right? Expect everybody in this courtroom to maintain some type of respect for the court, its proceedings, and its participants. Any disruptions or outbursts will result in a monetary fine, right? Alrighty. I'm pretty sure my bailiff said you may all be seated. Alrighty, so we're gonna start with opening statements here. Just to clarify, I want the opening statement and exactly what each side is pushing for. We will start with DA.
Make sure you're shouting.
So there's a custom range. You could do custom. Your Honor, members of the jury, today we stand before you to address a grave and disturbing incident that could have easily ended in the tragic loss of life. This case.
Somebody tell him to go to the microphone area to the right a little bit.
Attack on our law.
One second,
enforcement
counsel.
enforcement
One second,
he
counsel.
is.
1 second, counsel. Can you
You-
come up to the come to the stand right here so everybody can hear you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Might kind of coach him a little bit. Yeah,
I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Are you ready? Nah.
Yep, I'm ready, counsel.
Your Honor, members of the jury, today we stand before you to address a grave and disturbing incident that could have easily ended in the tragic loss of life. This case revolves around the appalling attack on our law enforcement officers, men and women who, in the line of duty, were met not with the respect or compliance, but with violence so severe that it nearly claimed their life. The defendants, whose actions we will detail, not only sought to evade justice, but also displayed a horrible disregard for the lives of these sworn to protect and serve. Honor. They brutally ran over an officer, an act that could have been fatal. And now, in a shocking twist, they seek compensation? Portraying themselves as victims. But the facts will show otherwise. The officers were simply doing their job, upholding the law, and yet were met with a vicious assault that no one in their position should ever have to endure. This case is not just about what happened on that day, Your Honor. It's about ensuring that such ridiculous attacks on our protectors are met with the full weight of justice. We ask that you listen carefully to the evidence, consider the courage, the sacrifice day in and day out from these officers, and ensure that the scales of justice are balanced rightly in favor of those who serve our community with honor and bravery, Your Honor. We will be pushing for 4 counts of attempted murder on government employees, 1 count of fleeing and eluding. The state is requesting incarceration for 1,000 months. After 500 months served, the defendants would qualify for supervised parole with the requirement of ankle monitor. Parole would be under the supervision of the DA's office. If you know what DA stands for, the district attorney's office. Defendants would be required to serve 2 weeks of supervised parole and probation, and we will be looking for a monetary fine of $2 million.
Okay. Just so I'm tracking, we're looking for 1,000 months jail time after 500 months served. Supervised parole for 2 weeks and a $2 million fine per defendant.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else, counsel?
I just would like to say it's an absolute privilege to be here.
Thank you. Alrighty.
Got a glaze.
Can I have a representative from the plaintiff?
I just fucked them. Yo, good shit, Kilo.
Uh,
So hop in the chair.
Yo.
Hop in the
hop
seat.
over.
Yeah, hop in the seat.
Before you start,
that was some
ma'am,
good. That was some good
please
shit, Kilo.
open a statement and state clearly as
I was gonna do it, Alex.
Alex, yeah,
Other
swap.
counsel
Alex,
did?
swap it. BB got it.
Oh, Vivi's gonna do it. Never mind. Oh, I'm stuck back here. Oh shit.
That sounded like some chat
Oh,
GPT.
whoa.
Baylor, can you assist this woman to her seat?
Professional. What the hell?
Walk this way. Thank you.
Good.
That's
And
unacceptable.
walk
Your
this
Honor.
way. Thank you.
Sub in, BB.
Did
Sub.
Alex lose her weave? I'm so confused.
I don't know. She want me to fuck.
All right, counsel. Before you start, open a statement and clearly state what you all pushing for. All right.
Understood. All right. Good evening, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of Los Santos, as we have no jury. The evidence you will see today has shown that this tragic incident, which started as an accident, escalated into a shooting because our clients feared for their lives when the officers pointed their weapons at them at what should have been a harmless stop. This fear led to a chain of events that should have never happened. These individuals are not guilty of any crime. They were merely trying to protect themselves in a moment of sheer terror. We ask that you see the truth and deliver a verdict that allows these victims to walk freely as justice and fairness demands. That's all.
All right.
She
So
gotta be
just so I'm
British.
clear, you're asking for no jail time at all, no fines.
Correct.
All right.
Wow.
No
Damn.
problem. No.
Ballsy.
All right.
They're really swinging for the fences, aren't they?
Let us start with the prosecution's evidence.
Alright, Kilo.
Prosecution
Do you
evidence.
want me to put the evidence reel up on the
Yeah.
TVs?
Yeah.
So y'all hear me?
Okay.
We hear you.
Yeah,
We're just making sure this is right.
Yeah,
Alright,
Your
baby, please
Honor.
check,
I'm gonna
baby,
go
please
ahead
check.
and put the evidence up on the TVs.
All right. No problem.
Okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
I gotta say, wait.
Don't smell good.
Here, if anything, I'll put it on the TVs for you, Nick. Don't worry.
All right. Thank you.
You can go up there with bro, and so you guys can get your evidence ready. Just tag me on which one you want me to put up there, please.
We only have one. It's the YouTube one.
Okay. Can you tag me on it, please, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know at this time, this is a direct examination of the evidence. If need be, the co-counsel can request cross-examination. All right.
I think you gotta put on it's a hall system in this court.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Bell's putting it on.
Hey, matter of fact, Nick, I found it. No worries.
And that's what the judge be listening to.
Hey, you wanna come up here, see Nick?
Yeah.
You know, just in case, you know.
Are you ready for me to play your video?
Kilo, are you ready? Yep. We're ready. Go ahead. All right, Kilo.
Wow, using the N word.
And PD immediately looking for their safety.
Right away, calling the ambulance. Oh. Tell me about an officer fucking kicking one of them.
So he's kicking away a firearm. What you just missed up there, he
Whoever's speaking for defensive, make sure you get them prepared and let me know when you want me to play your video.
Play it right after.
Okay? Prepared and just let me know.
Absolutely sickening.
Gives me the shivers every time I look at it.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with anybody that we're defending. The relevancy of this is non-valid.
I'm sorry. Did I hear something? Sorry. Watching the video.
Yes, Your Honor. We were saying that the rest of this footage right here is irrelevant as it has nothing to do with any of the clients that we're defending.
Excuse me?
So are you objecting or what?
I'll say it louder.
Objection irrelevant.
Your Honor, it actually does. It goes to the scope of their evidence, and we'll soon find out.
Check out the video? I don't know if you can hear him.
Can y'all can one of the counsel approach the bench? Yep. Alrighty. You say you're objecting on relevance because of what?
This has nothing to do with nobody with defendant. The rest of this is nothing.
So, Your Honor, absolutely does, and here's why. In their evidence, in their discovery, you will find that as they leave the I don't know, the baseball field, what have you, and they start going to the highway scene, as you see here, they are actually radioing for backup to assault and murder these officers, and this proves that they then show up.
Okay. All right. So counsel, the ones representing the defendants, your objection is overruled.
Go back, Omar. Go back.
Go ahead. Go back and let me watch the video.
Oh,
Thank you.
Continue playing the rest of the video, please.
You are such a scrub, bro.
You literally don't see one person.
Oh, I guess.
Can I please ask you for some order in the court? They talk about the evidence, please.
Bailiff.
All right, sorry, I'm gonna be taking over for the other bailiff. He kind of went somewhere.
All right. I'll brief Tim. I'll brief you as well. If you hear any like outbursts while somebody's presenting evidence or doing a statement or something like that, just check it. At the second time, $100,000 fine.
Yep.
Your Honor,
all right.
Evidence, Your Honor.
You say you got more evidence?
Yeah, if you could look at the TV.
All right, bet. I'm good.
This is very important.
This, I believe, is the defendant's evidence.
This is very important. I'm sorry. Spasm. Oh, so they leave the part where they ran him over?
Watch with your eyes, Kilo.
That shit.
Ran him over. I'm sick.
Is that the entirety of that video?
That's all they got?
Please, so yeah.
That's it? That's all they got? Is it? 23 seconds?
Play it one more time.
What's the question here?
Oh, they're all fucking just. This is fucking ridiculous.
Hey, Keela. All right.
Hey, they're all
so this is gonna be up to you. So they actually, I don't think that they'll bring it up, but they might. In their original evidence and discovery that they posted, they actually had where they were talking about calling for backup to murder the cops.
Prosecution, is that all the evidence you have to present?
Your Honor, that was the defendant's.
Oh, that was theirs.
The first half was ours. The most recent was
right.
theirs.
No problem.
Apologies, Your Honor.
No, you good.
So
they
cut that out. However, if you want, you go for this. We were going to do this
Alrighty, everybody,
anyway
we're going
to
to take
destroy
a
them.
5-minute recess, okay? No, 10-minute recess. All right. And we'll be back.
Challenge their video just to piss them off if you want to get under their skin, because technically they don't have any valid video.
Exactly.
And
And
we
we
were
where
gonna
were your body
challenge it
cameras?
anyway.
Where was this at? Where was this at? They didn't actually
Oh, I'm
wear
gonna
a body
fuck them
camera.
over that one. I'm gonna fry
Yeah.
them over them.
I
like
figured you would.
Hey,
Come
good
on, that's my
fucking
fa-
shit.
That's my favorite
Hey,
piece.
we
of
out here, baby. Hey, we do this shit. Good fucking shit,
wait till
bro.
I, hey, wait till I
What's
take
up,
you out,
Floydie?
take you out.
Hey, yo,
What do you,
Hey,
what do you
Floyd, I'm
think
2-0,
thus
bro.
far?
I told you I'm 2-0, Floyd.
I'll
Doing
talk
up.
to technical I get.
Are we
Hey, bro,
fucking
you
them up?
threw Kilo up there, though, to open the statement. Kilo fucked them up. Fucked them all up.
You see that
He
emotion? You
did.
see that emotion? You
He
see
did.
that emotion?
Bro, Kilo maybe just... Is he
He's he's like a walking chat GBT.
Yeah. I'm not
Well,
gonna
this
lie.
is
I thought he
this is
literally- I
his
thought he, like, slammed his fist in
this
front
is
of
his
that.
DA trial.
No, he's not a walking chat GPT. He is chat GPT. He
Yeah,
probably
he
owns
is.
chat
It's like-
GPT.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to continue. Alrighty. All right. So, like what bailiff said, court is back in session. You may all be seated if you're still standing. We're going to start where we left
It
off.
did not work.
We
It
will
did not
allow
work.
the defense.
Oh,
to
because he
present the
literally
evidence
just
and make
fucking
their case,
abused his
okay?
power to bro. That's bro. Just broke city law. Anyway.
Defense, go ahead.
It's not a thing. You can't just pull body cam, dash cam out of your ass.
Mm,
Man, I'm not the fucking judge. By next week, I'm quitting this shit. Okay. Trash.
oh, we'll get them on everything else.
Okay, excuse.
We'll give them their little win.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the court, Your Honor, as you can see within the evidence that PD have provided to us, you can
Oh,
see
what the? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to do this no
that
more, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
there was no, like
Now,
the
you see
officer
in their
said
own
that he
evidence-
saw a
This is
weapon
trash,
physically.
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
We'll
However,
talk.
comma,
Use their evidence against them.
I'm sorry, can you guys hear me?
That shit
Because
is ass.
if you look at
Okay.
their evidence, it
The officer states in
clearly
the
shows
video
that
provided
the
by
car
PD
was
themselves
veering
that he saw a
towards
weapon.
the
However,
officer,
looking closely
Officer Ripley,
to the
but
footage,
the
you do not
moment
see
that the car hits
Mr.
him, it veers to the opposite direction.
I'm already know.
So
I'm,
that
I'm
shows
just, no, my
intent.
thing is, bro, it's just, that shit is trash, bro. Like, he not supposed to do that. He's not supposed to do that, bro. That's not a thing in the city, bro. You can't enable something like that.
Yes,
Trying to tab.
we have things in place to prevent that in the future. I wish I was here, unfortunately, but
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you talking at counsel.
Bro, this fucking judge is
Can you
trying
hear
to
me?
fuck her.
Yep, I can hear you
no,
now.
don't piss the
What was
judge
the
off.
last part
Don't do
that
that.
you heard, Your Honor?
I'm gonna say you're kind of low now.
You
Because
said
he
something
has,
about
literally
he has
something
100% say.
Yep.
You can see the
There's
weapon.
no
Mr.
appeal
Saint, I
process.
believe you was referring that the officer stated he saw a weapon, but Mr. Saint, and that was the last
Yes,
thing I heard.
Yes, the officer states that he saw Mr. Saint with a weapon in the footage provided by PD. However, it has come
provided him the
to
footage.
observation after reviewing the footage and the footage that has been displayed to the entire court. If you look,
who
you do
gave you that
not see
footage?
Mr.
Bro, I'm
Saint
not
with a
fucking doing
weapon
this,
at
bro. This
any
shit ass.
point within that footage. The officer states that he saw Mr. Saint with a weapon. However, that's clearly not the case.
To bring up
Whether
the
he's laying on the
objection
floor,
again,
whether he didn't even see Mr. Saint get out the
upon that your
vehicle. So
co-counsel
at what
was
time did he see Mr. Saint with a
incapacitated,
weapon before he sat
that
here and made
might
that
work.
preposterous
Give me a
claim?
second. She's loud as fuck, bro.
Another
No,
thing,
you
within
can
our video that we submitted to the court, you see it
re-object
slowed down.
to
It
the
looks
same
as
thing
if
that
the
he
officer
ruled
steps in
against,
front
but
of the
when
vehicle
he says, I already ruled against you, say,
and
my
that this was
co-counsel
purely
not here.
an accident. This was never intentional.
It's up to
And
you.
then as you hear on the end of the vehicle, it was never
So is- so
intentional.
is-
He had
is that
no
body cam
intentions
theirs,
of
or they
hitting
saying
this
I'm false
officer
on that?
or
It's
even
an
causing
invalid
this
body
much of a
cam.
commotion
They
to
don't
begin with. This man was simply
a
afraid
body
for his life
cam
because it's
or
also
the-
you see in the
or the
vehicle, in
Ray-Bans.
the video,
So
that you
we object?
see the officers are
It's up to
pointing
you if
guns
you want to
before
re-object.
anything else. And I would like to question
Okay.
the entire court, Your Honor, yourself as well.
But
What
it
are the
could piss the
protocols
judge off.
for police to come
I don't
onto
give a
scene?
fuck, bro. This
How
judge
are
is
they
corrupt.
supposed to handle
KP's not. He's
just a
actually a
suspicious
judge.
activity report? That's what's written in the documentation. Are they supposed to come on scene with guns
subject-
pointed at victims? Are they
Yeah,
not
she's
supposed to share? Do they
Objection.
not carry?
Objection.
Do they
She's
not carry
leading.
tasers?
Objection.
On what grounds,
I know.
counsel?
He can't
She's
object
leading.
over there. He can't
Unless
object
it's
over there.
her opening statement.
That's actually right. Can you rephrase the way you said that last portion?
Completely leading.
Okay, my question, my,
Oh, start
sta-
fucking cutting this bitch
my
off.
it's a
I
question.
think it's her opening
What is the
statement.
correct protocol for when they
Doesn't
come
matter.
onto scene? Is it supposed to be come on scene with guns or come on scene
Objection.
with
Leading.
tasers?
Yo, hey, move your client
It's
back
a
to the table because the
question.
next time
Counsel,
he
counsel,
calls
when
out of
you
there
object,
again, he's not gonna
answer to
object
the
anymore.
question.
It's not happening.
Counsel, when
He
you
needs to be at the
object,
table.
It is a
please come to the
question.
bench, okay?
I cannot.
It's
Yeah,
I
he needs
cannot
to be at the
give.
bench.
There's
Move him over there, Nick, or he will
That
not
is
be
a
objecting anymore.
question.
There's nobody on the
Speculation.
stand, so now you're questioning somebody
Yeah.
that
Nick,
you
I'm telling you now, move him, or he would not be
Hey,
able to
whoever
object
is
anymore.
talking in the back,
There's just
Bailiff, can you handle that? But
so
counsel, whenever you object,
she's not
please approach
questioning
the bench, all right?
anybody, so
I know,
no more
I'm just trying to get him
objections.
pissed, bro.
Sometime I'm
I
saying
know,
it,
but
DA.
Bill's getting pissed off now.
All right, no problem. Continue, ma'am, but rephrase the last part of that. If it's a
Okay,
question, it's
what
just a
is
question, okay?
what is the proper protocol for when you arrive on scene to a suspicious activity alert?
She asking. What the fuck is she asking?
When you first
Okay.
arrive on scene, what do you do as an officer of the law? What are you supposed to do?
What the fuck is she asking?
She's
I mean,
making
you
doubts.
have the floor, so
No.
you can't really answer.
All right, no problem. Thank you for that, counsel. Do we have any witnesses? Witness
Objection, Your
testimonies?
Honor. I would like to
anything?
refile the motion to dismiss.
Nick, can you move him? Like,
What'd you
please?
say, sir?
Something?
I would like to refile the motion to dismiss the evidence. My co-counsel
No
was not here.
dismissing, no evidence. It's done. There's no dismissing evidence. Hey, look,
No,
Omar, stop
go ahead.
talking.
Go ahead.
Omar, stop talking. I got it.
Your Honor,
No,
it's
hold on.
clear
Let
as
him
day,
let him cook.
Once again, to let you know, and we know this. It does not matter that the evidence was co-examined before the court case. I'm co-examining it right now. I'm cross-examining the evidence right now. And from what I'm seeing, is evidence that is not permissible in this city. No,
Can we approach?
it's not
Hey,
permissible, Your Honor.
Your
Hey, go
Honor,
ahead and approach.
I
Y'all can
apologize.
approach defense. Go ahead.
This is what
I
I'll do to you,
apologize,
all
Your
right?
Honor.
Hold on,
I
Your
was
Honor. We have the owner.
incapacitated.
I haven't made a decision. Can you please go back to where
You
you
already
was at?
made a
Just let me
ruling,
let
and we
you
have the
Hold on,
owner from
just
the
let him
beginning.
speak. Let him speak. Let him
Listen,
speak. Let him
listen,
speak.
listen.
Your Honor,
Go
may
back
I
to where
say
you were, and I
something?
got you, man.
Because I wasn't here.
Go ahead, Nick.
Apologies, I was incapacitated when the ruling earlier occurred.
Mhm.
From what I understand from my co-counsel is that the objection
No,
was
you're fine. Just let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride.
overturned
It's fine. It's fine. I'm telling you. No, it's fine.
based on the defendant's evidence because it was
Either way,
supposedly brought
it's
to
not
a
getting
discovery
denied. That's fine.
meeting and discussed.
And objecting to the question,
However,
there's no witness on the stand with the
that
objection,
is
no?
not the case. So
Literally.
our lead counsel,
again, please be
the
quiet.
amazing
Clear comms.
Kilo Sanchez, was not there for that meeting, so
Shot or
he
something.
wasn't
Clear.
able to actually comment on that.
Taking shots is okay.
I, as well as Almighty, was. The defense did not, in fact, bring up any of the evidence at any point and discuss it with us. In fact, I even put their evidence up in the conference room when they walked in, and what they did is they changed it to some music. So they were not concerned about discussing what the validity of their evidence on any level whatsoever. And so therefore, why would we go out of our way to discuss their evidence? They didn't have any desire to have that conversation. Therefore, it never happened.
Wrap the shit up.
Therefore, it is inadmissible.
That's a very compelling argument.
That's a fact.
A lot of valid points. Okay. Due to the state of the court currently, we will let everything ride, and we will proceed with closing arguments. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you want to
no,
call
man.
any? Do you want to call
DAs.
witnesses
Let's
before?
closing arguments.
Do you want to call witnesses? Do you want to call witnesses? This is the time to tell the judge.
Jax.
Your Honor, I apologize. My apology. We actually do have witnesses on our roster.
Okay.
Would it be appropriate to call some witnesses?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right,
No
thank
problem.
you.
My apologies, everybody. I misspoke. The prosecution has witnesses that they would like to call. We'll see with that at this moment. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Officer Jax Wilson.
Can't hear none of y'all if y'all talking, by the way.
Can we have Officer
Bailey.
Jax Wilson approach?
Sorry, I couldn't hear him. Sorry, what'd you say?
Whenever you get up here, just swim in.
All right.
All right. I'll start wondering. Can we have an Officer Jax Wilson approach by chance?
Yeah, his voice is very quiet.
Oh, there he is.
Officer Jackson, can you come to the front?
Officer Jax Wilson,
Oh,
are
me?
you
Oh,
ready?
they
to...
said Jackson. Yeah.
Oh, I said Jax. Come on, my friend.
You could do the questioning, everything.
All right. I'm gonna have to swear you in. All right. So please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. And for the record, can you say your first and last, please?
It's gonna be Jax Wilson.
All right. Continue, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead. Prosecutor.
How you doing today, Jax Wilson? What an absolute pleasure to speak to a protecting and serving officer of this community. Absolutely a pleasure to have you here today, sir.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
So can you describe your position during the incident?
Absolutely. Pulled up on scene with 2 officers, maybe even 3 officers already there. I observed multiple vehicles fleeing the scene immediately, not even looking to talk with any officers at all. And I got word that Mr. Our mayor, can't even think of the name at this time.
Thomas Ripley.
A firm, yeah, Thomas Ripley was hit by or struck by the black Durango.
Wow.
So immediately started chasing that vehicle, fled for probably 5 to 10 minutes, recklessly driving all across the city, endangering multiple lives all across the city. And then eventually came to a stop at an off ramp near one of the highways, and ended up in a shootout. Sadly, our mayor Thomas Ripley was shot in the action. And from there it was kind of just we had to do what we had to do, and
Phone is away, Miss Ramos.
it's just it's hard to talk about. It was a very violent scene. It was lots of gunshots. One of our EMS, Eli, he was shot. Sorry, he was shot.
It's okay, we're here for you.
And he was shot while trying to recover some officers, and multiple down, and it was hard. It was hard. It was hard watching all that.
I think I'm gonna need a tissue as well. Beloved mayor. How did you react when, as we examined in the evidence, the Durango clearly went more to the left, hit the mayor, and went to the right?
Objection sustained. Can you rephrase that question, counsel?
How did you feel when you seen the mayor violently struck by the car?
Objection, lead-in.
That wasn't leading. He just asked the question very descriptively.
I was
Continue.
absolutely mortified. I couldn't believe one of my commanders was struck by a vehicle. He got out with the intention to talk with the gentleman and see what was going on in the area, and was violently hit by a vehicle. And I can't even express the emotion I was feeling in that time.
I want to commend you for still being professional after that happened to the mayor. I want to ask you, how did you react when guns were drawn and shots fired at you?
He didn't hit him.
Immediately, I was panicking. I did not expect that to end up in a shootout at all. Multiple officers went down. It was definitely a shock to me. It was just super hard, super like I've spent a lot of time alone just thinking about it. Even day-to-day operations where it's just, just putting our lives at stake here, and oh man, it's just hard. I think we could have easily resolved all of this if they would have, not pulled off, not even fleed in the first place. I think we would have been just fine.
So,
Type
Jess,
shit.
I would like to ask you, obviously, what was going through your head when you immediately saw or the EMS to come and help the people that almost just tried to take your life?
Leading?
That's the objection.
Please
Wow.
rephrase that question.
What was
Leading.
going through your honor? They just double objected the same exact thing.
Yeah, I know. One at a time, please. But yeah, we got you. Objection sustained. Please rephrase the question, counsel.
Jax. Second.
Quiet in the court, please. Quiet in the court.
Can we get some medical attention to that man? Yeah.
Oh my God, is he alright?
Oh, jeez.
Jax, after being shot at,
Oh no, yeah, we got you, Bills, right there.
called for medical help for your perpetrators. What was going through your head at that moment?
I mean, at the time, like I had so many emotions going through my head with officers being down, our perpetrators being down as well. It was that I knew that my civil duty as an officer was to keep the community safe.
Wow.
And my first duty was to get EMS on scene to get everyone medical attention.
Wow.
That was my absolute first. And on top of that, I mean, with EMS arriving and then them being violently gunned down was just, it was bad. It was bad.
As the evidence shows, I mean, that happened right after they called for backup.
Right. As I mean,
Leading?
we
Objection?
boxed them
Yep.
in, and then
Objection sustained. Let the court know that last question is stripped from the record. All right.
As the evidence shows, Your Honor, they did indeed call for backup.
It was the way that you asked the question to him.
That's not even a question.
He said,
It is. How did you feel?
It's definitely.
What do you think?
"What's going on, officer?" You called him?
Yeah, I was waiting on you, Your Honor.
No, continue.
Okay. Despite the danger, what motivated you to stay in the line of fire around you?
I mean, that's just my duty as an officer, keeping the community safe, regardless of what comes our way. Is just it's what we signed up for at the end of the day, is to keep the community safe, especially the city of Los Santos. We above all, we want to keep everybody safe. We want to keep order in the city. It's just hard to do it with people that commit these violent crimes, I guess.
Your Honor, I would like to highlight that these people who committed these crimes, allegedly.
Defense, this is very important. I need you to make sure you guys go and ask questions, please.
As well. I don't have clean record. I would like to highlight that, you and the court.
I will give y'all help however much I can, respectfully, but not too
There's
much.
some relevance to it. Objection overruled. Is that all you have, counsel?
But your ass out.
What would you say to those who might not understand the risks that officers like
Fucking
you
choke
face?
you, bro. Throw my beer pressure be.
All I ask is
I want it.
That's a question. Oh my God! Take him out of the courtroom.
Approach the
How is that
bench,
relevant
counsel.
to the case?
Can you approach the bench, counsel?
Good job, Omar.
Both. All right. So this is the relevance to it, right? 4 officers lives were attempted to be murdered. Okay. This is the
I'm
officer
just
giving
minding my business at
testimony.
this point.
An officer who has taken the oath, right?
Ramos,
So
I'm
there
expecting
is
you to get in
relevance
this
to
as
him
well because you're
speaking,
taking lead
right?
on this.
If he's speaking to sway
It's like a joke at
or
this point.
not,
No, I haven't seen
that's
you
just
say
the
a
way it's
single thing
proceeded,
though the
right? If
entire
there's
time, not an
relevance to this
objection or
officer
anything. So
speaking,
I'm expecting to see you do something.
telling his experience. It's not contempt.
Joke
He's
or not.
counsel. He's asking for objections. I'm clarifying why his objection was overruled. All right. All righty. Next, that was your last question, right, co-counsel? Counsel.
Yeah, but you know he was disrespectfully cut off by a false.
Officer,
ask
can you
the question
please
again.
finish that last part?
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I just wish the people of the city could work with us. We're trying to make this city a
love to
better
know
place
how.
for everybody to stay, live in, work here. I get everybody has their 9 to 5s. You know, we
Don't keep
work for a
going. Y'all
living.
both
We're
doing.
people of
Everybody's
the
doing really
community.
good. This is going to be
It's
the
just
biggest. These are
really
going to be
hard
the
to keep
wrenches
that
that get
community
thrown in
together
front of you
whenever we
that you
have
cannot control.
these
But it
violent
is good
slip
to
ups,
be
and
able to
it's just
maneuver, or you're going to crash. So it's going to be one of the two. So keep
it's
doing.
hard
You're doing all right.
it's hard to keep the community a community whenever this stuff happens.
All righty. Thank you. Defense's representation. Would you like a chance to cross-examine the witness
Just
at
one
this
more
time?
question, Your Honor. One more question.
Oh, I thought you said that was the last one. Go ahead, man.
Are they victims or perpetrators?
These 3 gentlemen standing to my right
Objection.
over there are
Yep.
definitely
Objection
the perpetrator.
sustained. Don't answer that question, officer. Can you rephrase that in another way, or?
That is such
Your
a
experience.
that is such a
So
straightforward
the
question.
yeah, but the question you're asking is trying to get a specific answer. So
in your experience as an officer,
In your experience as an officer, do you believe that these men are victims or perpetrators?
Leading objection.
Oh my god, I'm good.
Nope.
I'm good. We're done.
all right. Objection sustained. Co-counsel. Would you like a chance to cross-examine the witness?
Yes.
Go ahead, approach the bench.
Every single question, I'm objecting.
First question is,
that's all right.
what's the
Good
You're
evening.
losing.
yeah? First question is, what's the first what's the regular
Objection
routine?
leading.
All right.
Who said that?
Don't.
Whenever y'all object, I know they was doing it wrong as well, but whenever you object, just please approach the bench, all right? So I can know who and whatnot.
Don't piss the judge off.
So when they did it, they didn't have to. We object. We got a point. All right.
Objection sustained. Please rephrase that.
But I didn't even answer. I didn't ask the question.
You said what's the first routine when they approach
what's
the
the
scene?
regular routine of answering the same dispatch cards of suspicion activity?
I mean, obviously, Mr. Omar, you've been in the cells quite a few times for quite a few perpetrators here. We arrive on scene.
Hello.
What?
What is the relevance?
What?
Objecting our own.
Grandma,
partner.
that's
Come
just
on.
saying partner. What are you objecting?
No.
Approach the bench, counsel. Approach the
Bro,
bench.
this is ridiculous at this point.
I mean,
Like, honestly,
ma'am.
this is
so
like
listen,
a joke
listen,
to you guys.
Listen, I
This
understand
is
what
ridiculous.
you were trying to say, but
just subjecting
that was
her
for your co-counsel to say to the witness. Okay.
Kilo, shut up, honestly.
All right. So alrighty. Continue, counsel, with your question.
Like a joke.
Since he didn't answer.
Yeah, like I was saying, like you've been in multiple cases.
You got it.
We arrive on scene. Obviously, we have to have evidence first, whether that be body cam or actual camera footage of these gentlemen doing whatever it is. We arrived on scene and, ask questions, see what's happening in the area, see what they may or may not be doing. Because these suspicious calls, sometimes it is innocent civilians, just trying to make a living, whether they're selling hot dogs or hamburger, whatever it may be, right? But in this case, we didn't even get that. We got people fleeing the scene immediately, which aroused our suspicion. If anything, it made us more suspicious than we were before. It was completely out of the norm for any of us officers. And I believe anybody that is in the justice anything, I mean, Justice Department in general would arouse suspicions. if we come to you as police officers and you immediately just run from us, is just you shouldn't have anything to run
Alright.
from if you know.
Investigation.
Before attending today, did you review all your guys' body cams?
Objection, lady.
personally
Don't
no,
answer
I'm
that.
a-
Objection.
I've-
It was just it didn't prompt a certain answer. Objection overruled.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Judge.
Go ahead, man.
I
Ask your question.
personally did not. I'm a sergeant.
You're
I'm
not-
not a
all right,
commander. I'm not a DA. I'm not none of that. So I do not need the right to review all of my my police officers'
did-
body cams.
Did you see the evidence that was projected on screen here today?
The 3 seconds, or
Did you see any of the evidence that was
is
projected
that
on
what you were
screen
referring
today?
to?
Any of the evidence?
Oh yes, I've seen.
All right, so would you say that it was out of the norm for how the officers first arrived on scene?
Objection, lady.
Objection overruled until the answer is given. Go ahead, witness. Answer the question.
What do you mean by that? Is that out of the norm?
Was it out of the norm?
Absolutely not.
How? So it wasn't. Matter of fact, can you break down how officers are supposed to react to these calls when they arrive on scene?
There's multiple different ways to react when you're on scene. What are you asking?
Did any of you guys
Objection.
see
Different
It's
cases,
arriving on the
speculative.
scene?
every day. So
Did you-
Your Honor,
Alright,
it's
so to this
speculative.
case-
Objection, relevance. Like, what's the relevance?
Oh my goodness.
It's relevant. It's relevant to the defense's angle. Objection overruled. Continue.
Your Honor, it's speculative. He
How
needs
is
to
it
be
speculative?
more precise in his questioning.
Fucking ask 10 questions in one.
What'd you say? What was the last question?
My apologies, Your Honor. It's speculative. He needs to be more precise in his questioning.
Compound question, compound question, compound.
I can't hear you, counsel, if you're talking.
Compound question.
Apologies,
Oh.
Your Honor. My bad. It's speculative. He needs to be more precise in his questioning.
Nick, can you please move motherfucking
Objection
Kilo to the
sustained.
goddamn
Please rephrase
table,
that
please,
question,
or I will have all
counsel.
three of you motherfuckers in contempt. All three of you
That was
motherfuckers
me.
by the goddamn table. This is the last time I'm telling you.
Both of the objections are sustained. The speculation and the compounding question.
Move him from that side and move to the table, please.
I can't hear this. Y'all can hear him?
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
No, I
not.
can't.
No, I can't hear him.
Oh no, I can't.
Okay, I'll just
He's
make
nervous.
sure.
Wait, y'all guys can hear me?
Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
hear
hear
you
you.
now.
we can hear you.
Let's go back to the table. Per bell.
Hold on, one second. I'm really bad at it right now. Arriving to the scene, did you guys see any of these men here with weapons out?
No, we did not see any people with weapons out.
Did you see any of your officers approach the scene with their weapons out?
Absolutely not.
So, when I asked you if you seen the evidence that was here presented in court today, you didn't see any of the officers with their weapons out. arriving
Objection
on the scene.
asked and
Not-
answered. Objection asked and answered.
Objection sustained. Please rephrase that question.
Give me approach.
You say, can you approach?
Yep.
Come ahead. Go ahead, man.
I'm trying to figure out.
You wanna?
Exactly why it's asked and answered. She's asked the same question twice.
Anyway, like, hey. When you ask, I will be clear. When you asked if he saw the evidence, he asked which evidence are you referring to, and then he said he saw a 3-second evidence. He didn't say what he saw, so therefore, that's why I'm sustaining the objection.
Therefore,
Okay?
Your Honor, that is a compound question. That is a
No,
compound question.
listen. The question you asked has not been changed. It's the you asked him, did you see the evidence? He said he told you what he saw. You asked him, how are officers supposed to respond? He told you what.
Your Honor.
You took that as an answer, man. That's not my fault that you took that as an answer.
You're arguing with the judge?
Alrighty, let's go. Continue your question, counsel. Alrighty, I believe the counsel is done with questioning. Let's get ready for closing arguments. Thank you, witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alrighty, prosecution, closing argument, please.
Your Honor, may I call one last witness? If it behooves you.
Come here.
This is the worst experience ever. I'm letting you know.
This
right
one
now,
last witness. What will be the witness purpose for being called?
You know why everything's going your way, but it's
So
No, you do.
this
I'm
is
just
going to be Assistant Chief.
Bro, I'm gonna talk to bro also as well.
He brings not
crazy.
only
It's mad petty, bro.
experience, but wisdom,
Also, like,
and
I don't know.
he can
Miss,
show
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen you say anything,
in
so I'm
the,
gonna have
well,
you refrain. Okay?
in the defendant's footage.
I got
They
you.
try to say.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
He's disabled, and he's
You
disabled.
can, that part doesn't matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Alrighty. Before the next portion, the defense's counsel, do you all have witness? Or anybody y'all want to call to the stand?
Yeah.
Daryl Ward.
Well, I'm talking about you, the prosecution, talking to the defense right now.
I wasn't listening. My bad.
Approach the bench, counsel.
What you asked? I couldn't hear you.
Can one of y'all approach the bench? Is your witness here, man?
We had just the people that we arrested.
You want them to be cross-examined?
No, like, what do you mean witness? Like,
I'm
I mean, you can
asking,
put him on the stand.
I asked that y'all have a witness. Y'all say yes.
no. When? I never
just said.
said yes.
All right, they don't have a
Call him
witness.
Mason.
All
It's
right.
okay. Just call him
Yeah,
up.
bring
They
y'all
want
last
he
witness
want
up,
he
man.
wants to go to the stand.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mason.
All right.
Never mind.
I guess.
I got it.
The state of New Era calls
You're not
upon
on radio.
Assistant Chief Daryl Ward of the LSPD.
All right, Derek, can you come here? All right.
I said this was a bad
Can you please
idea.
raise your right hand for me?
I'll ask some questions.
And, man, once again,
All right.
Miss-
Do you
Miss
swear
Alex,
to
you
tell the
haven't said
truth, the
anything,
whole
so
truth,
I
and
don't
nothing
know.
but the truth, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And for the court, for the record, can you say your first and last name for me?
Daryl Ward.
All right.
Badge number 002.
Yep.
Assistant Chief Daryl Ward, is that your name and rank with the LSPD?
Yes, sir. Daryl Ward, badge number 002.
Well, first and foremost, it is an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being here. And thank you for everything that you've gone through. I do have a
Pleasure's
few
mine.
questions with you, my good sir. All right. You not only did you not witness the video that we presented with the prosecution video earlier?
Of course. Yeah, so I had to access the CCTV cameras up at MRPD. It's where one of our clouds are for all of our body cams and whatnot, dash cams. I had to go over there, download all the footage from my shift, and then send it over to the DA's office.
All right, fantastic. So you're an expert in that, and you oversee that. So that leads to state that you were in this scene, correct? With the defendants, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So can you describe how you became, alerted to go to these defendants? Tell the court why you came to, interact with these defendants.
Right. So, one of my main patrolling spots that I've been designated by the LSPD is the South Side, so that's kind of where I mainly preside, oversee. I had a lot of informants down there, specifically an old lady. She lives down there near that baseball field on one of them back apartments, and she always sees these thugs running around back there, and she's always calling me, and I always go down to make sure And, you know, we were getting a lot of calls that night. She was saying, yeah, it looks like they got guns out. It
Oh
looks
my
like there's a lot of
gosh.
people over there. So, you know, I called on my units. Hey, I need backup. We're going to have to go over here and see what's going on. As I'm rolling up to the scene, you know, I saw a lot of individuals. I saw what maybe looked to be a couple firearms in a few individuals' hands. Excuse me, I need a cough drop.
No, take your time, Assistant Chief.
You hear me?
We can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As I was saying, so as soon as we started to arrive up on the baseball field, I saw what looked to maybe be, you know, some firearm distinguishable items in some individuals' hands. Hence the fast response in all the units. We kind of pulled up hot. Hey, let's see some hands here. Everybody started running towards their car. And next thing you know, this individual gets in his car, and I just see the mayor do a backflip. And I got out. I got out, pulled my pistol. You know, that's a deadly weapon at that point. A 6,000-pound vehicle running over the mayor is pretty deadly weaponish to me. I pulled out my service pistol, aimed it, saw that there was, you know, maybe some crossfire issues on the back side of the target, so I did not shoot and decided to get back in my car.
Okay. Oh wow, that's absolutely intense. So, what from the testimony that we have heard and the evidence, let's concentrate on the evidence that the defendants have presented. It seems as though, you know, and that they are portraying that the defendants did not intend to hit Mayor Ripley. Would, in your experience, not only as an officer but also being present on the scene, would you agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, they fled the scene. They ran him over and fled the scene. I mean, I don't think they really have any regard for anything.
So, in your opinion, did it look to you that they intended to run over and murder Mayor Ripley, Officer Ripley?
Well, respectfully, I can't speak on their intentions, but I personally believe actions speak louder than whatever intention has got going on. Whatever they intended, I don't think that matters. They ran him over at the end of the day and peeled off.
Wow. You know, if I had any opinion, I would agree. All right. Officer Ward, or Assistant Chief Ward, my apologies. So from that point, from your testimony, you're stating that you witnessed, you arrive on scene, and as soon as you arrive on scene, the defendants leave, and then they you know, struck or you know, what have you, to Officer Ripley, and then it becomes a chase at that point. Tell the court what happens at that point from your point of view.
Yeah, so basically, you know, at that point, you know, use of force is kind of amped up, saying that, you know, deadly weapon was basically used against the mayor. At that point, you know, whatever we kind of do is, you know, a little bit more accelerated in that sense. You know, we're dealing with some potentially armed individuals that are obviously have no regard for officers.
Now,
So
may
at
I
that point, you know, we're
interject?
doing everything. Oh, go ahead.
Why would it, and I apologize, but so that the court understands, why would it be accelerated? Why would you accelerate, so to speak, use of force in this situation or a similar situation so that the court in his honor understands?
Right. Kind of like I said, I mean, it's an assault with a deadly weapon, right? I mean, they ran him over with a car that's an assault with a deadly weapon on an LEO. So at that point, you know, that just proves that they don't have regard for the LSPD. They're not going to have regard for anybody else out on the street that they're driving 170 miles per hour around.
Oh, wow. Absolutely. All right. Thank you for that. And you please continue with the rest of this incident, Assistant Chief.
Of course. So we you know, started to chase them, went northbound off the street. did see one of my officers conduct a very nice pit maneuver that I do trainings for. That's why it looks so good. And they
Very nice.
continued. And, you know, we kind of chased them a little bit throughout the city. We stayed kind of near the, what's it called, Mount Zona area. They jumped off the freeway onto the freeway Del Perro, kind of going eastbound, I would say. They dropped down onto the ramp, had more units converge, and then, you know, it was honestly a good box. But the three of us boxed them in, and then all the individuals decided to step out and decided to shoot out all my officers. We already lost Graves. I can't lose another one.
Oh my God, I am so sorry, Assistant Chief. So sorry you had to go through that.
Can't lose another one.
So at that point, what went through you? Assistant Chief, what at that moment when the defendants, let's just call them defendants, when they stepped out of their vehicle and they attempted to murder you and your boys in blue, your colleagues, what went through your mind at that point?
At that point, from, you know, my service background, at that point, the thinking's over. It's just pure instinct at that point. I'm hopping out, ready to protect all my officers. Neutralize the threat. That's my goal.
So there was no, and if I'm, and I don't want to speak for you, so I'm not going to, but in typical training, if I'm not mistaken, what would that be for an officer in that situation? Oh, let me rephrase again. And in that type of situation, and you have multiple assailants, are you concentrating on who has a firearm aimed and who doesn't have a firearm aimed at you, or are you?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay, please explain further.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, it's more than like in our SOP. I mean, even if they have a gun out, so to say, you can't just shoot them. They have to physically either be shooting at you or aiming at you. So we don't just shoot people in the back that just have a gun out. They're aiming at us, shooting at us. At that point, it's on.
That's crazy.
Relax.
All right. So at that point, the suspects step out of their vehicle. They start firing upon you and your officers. Based upon your testimony, your officers return fire. At that point, what transpires, Assistant Chief?
So all the individuals that hopped out the car were neutralized. We had one injury that was Mayor Ripley. So he was hit in the shoulder. And the other individuals, as I said, were neutralized. So we immediately got on radio, rolled 52s. 52s is EMS. So we immediately rolled EMS through the scene. And as we're clearing the scene, you know, our other officers are, you know, providing what medical they have with the med bags in the back of the car, whether that's gauze, bandages, applying pressure, whatever. EMS finally rolls up on scene, starts, you know, applying some medical to the downed individuals. And next thing you know, more shots start ringing out, and EMS is magnumed in the back while he's helping one of their boys.
Oh my gosh. Assistant Chief, one thing, and I have to commend you. This is no disrespect, but I have to say I commend you, because one thing that we haven't heard in this story is how you all are frickin' heroes. Not one time have you testified in your story of events of who the defendants shot and attempted to kill. Not once. All I have heard from your testimony, mind you, has been your duty. Now, so my question is, during this time of, you know, being on the highway, after you've boxed in the defendants,
right,
how many LSPD officers were shot, injured, or ran over. That's a direct result, injured by a direct result of the defendants.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 6 officers that were on that ramp that were shot at.
Objection, speculation.
Your Honor, how's that speculation? He was there.
He just said he thinks.
Well, we can.
The answer cannot be speculative.
All right. So, Assistant Chief, how many officers were outside of their vehicle pursuing the defendants during this time on the highway?
6.
All right. And now, how many officers, to your best knowledge, were injured or harmed by the defendants?
As far as major injuries, all I'm aware is Mayor Ripley.
Injuries of any kind?
Nobody else was given medical treatment on LSPD.
Okay. All right. As far as anything else of this situation, is there anything else that you would like to tell the court?
Yeah. So the cars that or at least I can speak for the car that, the guy that got out of the car and shot Eli at EMS. A lot of the vehicles that were shooting at us, including that one, were vehicles that were all at that baseball diamond where the original whole thing started.
Okay. That's great information, Assistant Chief. Thank you so much.
They were in the tree.
I am so sorry. I am so sorry. It's all right. Kilo, did you have any questions?
I'm straight.
Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, we the prosecution doesn't have any further questions for Assistant Chief.
All right, no problem. Does the defense want to cross-examine this witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Can you please state your name and rank one more time for the court?
Air War Badge number 002, Assistant Chief.
Assistant Chief, right? Okay. Assistant Chief, what is the protocol for when you come to a suspicious activity call?
Kind of varies depending on how the units want to respond to it.
The standard protocol is
multiple-
fine. Like what's in
We
the
have
books,
multiple
like this.
responses.
Okay, so what are the standards?
Well, level 1, I would say, would probably be just, pulling up into the area, making contact with the individual, seeing what's going on. That's not necessarily anything hostile, just chatting it up, maybe catch them slip up in something that they're saying, that would maybe spark some interest to further, investigate them. Level 2 would probably be, stake out the area, take some pictures, see what they got going on. Maybe they're selling dope, maybe get a couple pictures of them selling dope. And level 3 would probably be pulling up on the hots, lights and sirens, code 3, asking to see hands, no movement, that type of thing.
Okay. From the footage that was seen before, what would you kind of range that as far as like the codes go?
It started off as a level 1, I'd say, but then, as pulling up to the scene, seeing some possible firearms in hands, it resulted in a level 3.
Possible firearms? Is that correct?
Correct.
So it was unsure if they had firearms.
Your Honor. Relevance?
It's relevant because it determines how the police respond to the crime.
You already answered that though.
It's a hold a witness.
Oh, it's.
All right, continue,
that
counsel.
he got calls.
Okay.
Seeing people weapons out.
I'm asking the Assistant Chief.
Continue, counsel.
Okay. So I'm sorry. What what changed the category from 1 to, you said 3?
Yeah.
Okay, you said it was just possible weapons, so you guys were not sure? Is that
It
correct?
looked like a gun. They were holding it like a gun. You know, it looked like a duck, quacked like a duck. So we made it a level 3.
Okay, so you assumed that they had weapons.
No, I used my eyes.
But you said you think. You didn't say for sure.
Objection. Argumentative.
Objection sustained. Continue, counsel.
Okay.
Please, for the record,
Of
scratch that
course.
last part off.
Yes, sir. Okay, so if you guys arrived on scene and it was a level 1, correct? When you arrived, correct?
No, when we arrived, it was already level 3. It escalated once I was pulling up, seeing them with gun.
Okay, my
Everything
question
starts
is
at a level 1.
how.
Once we... Can I speak?
Okay, my question is, you said you arrived and it was a level 3, but you just said it escalated to level 3.
Objection leading.
So,
Objection
Honor.
overruled. Continue, counsel.
Everyone starts at a level 1.
okay, so if it starts at a level 1, as you state, it started at a level 1, then how did we jump from a level 1 to a level 3
Objection
over
leading.
a thought?
Leading.
Objection overruled. Continue, counsel.
That's clear what's going
Can you
on
answer the question, witness?
Okay.
Repeat the question.
It's
If
irrelevant.
everything starts with a level 1, how did you just jump from level 1 to level 3? And you said that you thought you saw a weapon. So it wasn't clear. Correct? Or incorrect?
I seen what looked like to be a firearm.
What looked like. So therefore, you had no clarification if it was or was not at that time.
Objection, speculation, cross that.
Objection sustained. He answered the question. He said he seen what the reason for escalation is that he believed to have saw a firearm. That justifies your question, counsel.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Firearms.
so speculation that it was firearms. Understood. So it's speculative that you saw a firearm.
Objection
Understood.
asked and answered.
Objection sustained.
I'm saying
He-
I'm clarifying. I'm
Objection
clarifying what he
asked
just
and
said.
answered.
Yeah.
Why is she talking to me? Talk to them.
Again, again, Your Honor.
So,
I am only just clarifying what I just heard just out
yes,
loud.
counsel. So
If
you
that
asked
is,
that question.
if that is, mhm.
You asked the question 3 times. First answer was I saw a gun. The second answer was I believe I saw a gun, and the last answer is I think I saw a gun.
Those last 2 are crossed out, Your Honor.
Your Honor, what's the relevancy of
Understood.
the course of these questions? I don't. It's not.
Relevancy is she's just trying to figure out how did the situation got escalated. All right. As far as the last question that she asked, that was scratched from the record. The first 2 answers was I saw a gun, and the second answer was I saw what appeared to be a gun. All right, continue.
Understood. Okay, so when you arrive on scene and you assume that you see a firearm, how do you handle a situation as far as that?
I mean, we pulled out, hop out guns. Let's see some hands, no movement. I mean, but it didn't even get to that point. I didn't even get to, I mean, they were already running by the time I pulled up.
Okay, within the footage that was shown to everyone in court, were you aware that some officers already started shooting at the vehicles?
Objection leading the witness. The evidence showed what the evidence showed.
I'm asking if he was aware, Your Honor.
Objection overruled. Continue, counsel.
Were you aware that that there were some officers who already began firing at the vehicles with no one firing back?
I'm not aware of plural officers shooting.
So not
Officer,
plural. So
sure.
maybe. So there was a single officer.
Objection,
who
Your Honor. She's
shot.
trying to voice she's the judge.
So
Bailiff,
you were
can,
aware
give him a warning,
that
please?
there was. So you were aware that there was an officer who did release shots onto the suspects.
Oh. How could I not be? He was right there.
That's all.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
all. That's all of my questions that I have.
All right,
No
no
more
more
further
shots. Okay,
questions.
good.
That's just ridiculous,
No
dog.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Redirect that.
Appreciate you. Man.
Thank you,
That's
Judge.
some bullshit, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I know we.
Alrighty. So we're gonna take this time to start with closing arguments. We will do the prosecution first, and then we'll do the defense. And we'll take
Come
a
on, you
very,
got
very,
this. Come
very
on.
small recess,
Come on.
and I'll come with a break.
Pissed me
Okay.
off though, bro.
All right.
Well,
Prosecution.
that's what's gonna make you. Listen, come get your ass over here. What? Come here, motherfucker. Why do you think you got this fucking job? It's because you a badass, and you pissed off makes you a badass. I mean, come on, you a hothead, but that's when you start thinking. So fucking use that. Stop bitching. Stop bitching. I know I am. Thank you. Mm. 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 Mm.
What's that, yo?
Excuse me.
I had to calm down. I had to take a shot or two.
Your Honor, before we go any further, she just says.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
She just said she just took a shot or two.
I heard that too.
Defense.
Let's continue.
Also heard that she said she's drinking.
All right, we're not here. Go back and forth. Let's continue with
just finish out a
closing
match.
statement, please.
Allow that? Okay. Toxic. All right. Can I go?
Go ahead, man.
Your Honor and members of the jury, aka people of the court, we have reached the end of this trial. And as you prepare to deliberate, I want to bring your attention back to the heart of this case. Extraordinary courage and sacrifices made by our law enforcement officers. An EMS nurse who are simply doing their jobs, protecting our community and saving lives. These officers woke up on that fateful day with the sole intention of serving and protecting. They put on their uniforms, knowing the risks, but committed to their duty. They did not ask to be heroes, but when faced with unimaginable, and when I say unimaginable danger, they became just that. They faced bullets, brutality, and a merciless attempt to end their lives. Despite it all, they stood firm in their resolve to protect us. Now, I want to bring you all to imagine
Okay, guys, I need
together.
you guys to be quiet. I need you guys to be quiet. Sorry.
Imagine, if you can, the fear that gripped them as shots were fired. The terror of seeing a fellow officer, a friend, being struck down. Imagine the weight of their duty, knowing they had to continue to protect others, even as their own lives are hung by a thread. These brave individuals didn't falter. They didn't run. They fought to protect each other and our community. And in the midst of this chaos, a dedicated EMS supervisor there to save lives became a victim himself. Struck down by the very violence that nurse was there to heal. Now, these are not just officers and a nurse. They're human beings with families who love them, love, friends who care about them, and a community that depends on them. The events they endured were not just attack on their bodies, on their very spirits, on the ideals they stand for. The defendants, on the other hand, have shown a complete and utter disregard for human life. They did not hesitate to run over an officer. They did not pause pulling that trigger, and did not care about the lives that they shattered. Their actions were deliberate, cruel, and disgusting. And now, in a final twist of irony, they seek to portray themselves as victims. They want you to ignore the blood on their hands, to overlook the destruction they have caused. But justice demands that we do not look away. We will never look away. Justice demands that we will hold them accountable for every shot fired, every life endangered, and every moment of terror they inflicted. Evidence in this case is clear. The testimony of the officers, physical evidence, all of it points to the truth that these defendants are guilty of trying to take the lives of those who us, our children, community. They are guilty of causing pain and suffering that will echo for years to come, because it doesn't end today. But today, you have the power, Your Honor, to ensure that justice is served. You have the power to send a message that we will not tolerate violence against those who stand on the front lines for us. For us. You have the power to honor the courage of these officers and the supervisor, the EMS, delivering the justice that they serve. Now I ask you to return a verdict of guilty, not only because it is the right thing to do, but because it is a just thing to do. A just. As a judge, it is important to always be just. For the officers who faced death and survived, and for the EMS who sought to heal and was harmed, and for the countless others who rely on the law to protect them, I ask you to deliver a verdict that speaks to the truth, that upholds justice, that honors the bravery of those who gave so much.
He talking.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the defense prosecution.
Like his
Quiet
ass
in
up.
the court,
Like his
please.
dumb ass
Quiet in the
up.
court,
Yeah.
please. Quiet in the court, please.
Go get
He
him.
lying. He ain't lying.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please
I
be
have
quiet?
the defense's representative for the closing argument, please?
Whose fucking
Thank you.
baby is that? That Huey got?
Our baby. He was baby.
Oh, you guys are a thing now?
no.
Okay,
No,
I didn't
no,
know
no.
that.
Your Honor, ladies
Oh,
and
no.
gentlemen of Los Santos, these
Yo, Almighty.
civilians also have families, also have a home to go to. I want to make sure that is clear and that is known.
Calm down.
Calling these people criminal just for defending themselves is simply just unjust. The evidence that has been shown that this is clearly a tragic incident, which started as an accident, escalated into a shooting because our clients simply fear for their lives. When officers pointed their weapons at them, their fear laid into a chain of events that should have never happened. These individuals are not guilty of any crime. They were merely trying to protect themselves in a moment of sheer terror. We ask that you see the truth and deliver a verdict that allows these victims to walk away freely as justice and fairness demands. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. The court will now go into a 3-minute recess. Can I have all counsel inside of the chambers?
Shit, man. You trying to fuck the judge. The judge trying to fuck her.
Yeah, let's go over it. Shut up.
Hey,
Me too, because you was trying to holler at me. The fuck you talking about?
I still would. Fuck.
Alrighty, so in the evidence, I saw a person was searched and there was no weapon found on him. Who is it? What is his name? Who's that?
Zayn.
Alrighty, that's all I have for you all. Y'all can go back out there.
Understood.
I just needed to know who that was. Zayn Saint. All right, but you
Hello?
guys did a great job. We will have this verdict very
So,
shortly.
really quick, I'm fairly certain all three suspects had weapons on them.
Well, somebody was searched
Can you
and
give us
there
like,
was
give
nothing.
us like 5 more minutes? I think they're about. I think we're about to come to a
No,
deliberation right now. We're
I'm
having
fairly
a
certain
session.
all three
We
suspects
come
have
to
it.
Can you-
Let me give
tag,
you.
Tag me in there real fast. Tag me in
Can
there
you,
real fast.
can you
Here,
text
let me
the
give
line
you
so I can
this.
actually text you the final verdict, please, if you do not mind?
So
Oh,
that is
perfect, yeah,
actually admitted
perfect,
into
perfect.
evidence.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
I will give this to V as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is this what you gave me earlier?
No.
Evidence, you have a
Definitely
10
have a gun on
Glock, a HK. Oh, you got 3 10 Glocks. Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah,
Let's
so
go.
all three suspects did have firearms.
You can see he
All
gets
right.
out of the car with his gun out and his name.
Yep, all right. That's all I need to know. I just in the video,
That's
it cut off
false, and you
before.
know it.
In the video, it cut off.
No, he said, as you can see, he got out the vehicle with a weapon. That was never true.
No
Hey, matter of
problem.
fact, hey, watch my kids for me real quick, bro. I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
Watch my kids real quick. It's
Fucking,
crazy.
what
All
are
right,
we, a
y'all can go back
daycare?
out there because we're finna start. Bailey,
right.
go tell them 1 minute. 1 minute, Bailey.
Thank you,
1
Your
minute.
Honor.
Gotcha.
You just gonna leave the kids over here?
Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
Okay, we got 1 minute until the proceeding continues.
No, not even that.
Definitely a test tube, baby.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Looks like a test.
Hell yeah, I'm trying.
Huey,
Y'all can get a test tube ass whooping. Y'all.
whose baby is that, Huey?
This is my baby.
When'd you quote unquote acquire a baby?
Oh, this is the last one.
That's a
That's
long
crazy.
Don't worry about that baby. Don't worry
You know,
about that
never
baby.
mind. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Don't worry about how we got a baby.
I don't know, bro.
Don't. Did you just say don't worry about how we got a baby?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the session of the criminal court is now back in session.
I swear to
Bro,
God, dog.
I swear to God, I'm putting.
Can we please be quiet? All right.
Alrighty, you may all be seated.
Shit, we only got one chair.
Alrighty, so want to thank you all for coming out today, and after careful consideration of everything presented today, you know, testimonies, evidence, statements, the court rules in favor of the prosecution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all three suspects will be receiving what was in the beginning. So
No outburst in the court, please.
He has
1,000 months. 1,000 months. After 500 months, there will be you will be released for 2 weeks of supervised probation with ankle monitor. Only thing that is different is there will be a $1 million fine per person.
Alright.
Lord.
Damn.
What? We'll say that
Court
Bentley
adjourned.
Oh,
Bentley
good
coupe.
job,
That
buddy.
boy
Kilo,
better sell that
you
Bentley
rock
coupe.
this. Yo, first motherfucking trial case, bitch.
Fucking with that closing statement.
Hey,
Hey, Omar, quick,
bitch! Lock them up!
Fuck yeah, Assistant Chief.
Lock them up!
Love you,
Yeah.
Kilo.
Oh.
Notice with me coming into this case.
Love-
I
oh,
really
oh,
apologize for
yeah.
Now, whoa.
Look at them.
Whoa. Lock her ass up.
Yeah, I think we're all no vehicle down. We just gotta do it. Yeah, bring him back here.
Oof, shit. Now,
Nick, it was a
let's-
pleasure, buddy. Great work.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's team effort. Assistant Chief, do you have enough people on like in the city? I don't know how connected these
Stand
fools
by.
are, but if you need DOJ security, let us know. We'll add them to you.
I don't even know if we're gonna transport them. All our vehicles are gone outside.
Okay. Well, we got you.
Just gonna
I mean,
take 'em here.
oh yeah, do it to it, my friend.
Gonna go up in these house.
Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up from having a
Hell yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie.
Woo.
Now, hold on, look.
What, bro?
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Nah, boo, hi, you're going to jail.
That's what said. Nope.
Did you just say na boo boo?
Send him to jail.
Hey, Kilo.
Fuck to the jail. Send those criminals to jail.
Hey, Nick and Kilo. Hey, just let him know.
They did what they
Yeah.
We're gonna be sending them up one by one because if we send them up, it'll send all our cops up. So
Oh yeah, you don't.
you
want
guys
to,
can.
yeah.
We cannot have anybody near us in like a 300-foot vicinity.
Okay, type shit.
Like they would
Alright.
literally need to be out front of the courthouse.
Okay. That works. It works. All right, I'm gonna
Like, either way
skedaddle
you're
then.
standing, I'm be honest, you're gonna get
I'm a boogie. I'm a boogie.
Send that fucker to jail. Yeah. Transport needed, brother. Send him from right there.
Hey, Vel, what did you say a moment ago? I'm sorry, I was talking to Assistant Chief.
Yo, guys. Just got in. Oh, but yo, my birthday in 7 minutes.
That's what I was just
Oh my God.
asking. Vel is not on the radio. Does anyone know where
Not
Vel
around.
is?
Kilo.
He's still
Great
in there.
work, Kilo.
Where at?
Case still going on. I'm going inside the
Should be
courtroom.
talking to Ramos.
Yeah.
Where's Vel at? I'm the assistant chief's asking. I think everyone's slightly stupid.
Let me know when they're all set up. All right. Great work, everybody.
Bro, I'm gonna call you, bro. I'm gonna call you back, Nick.
Wow, that's good timing too. Look at that.
Yep. That's actually
Great timing.
perfect timing.
Wow. Don't get much
I'm
better
loving
than that.
this new look,
God,
assistant
it's my court
chief.
date. You like it?
I love it. Like you
I got it just for
looking all
court.
like Old Navy / GQ met the PD, you know, like.
I tried to do a power move. Think I nailed that?
No, it was like I look back. I'm like, I will be honest. I'm like, where's the assistant chief? And I like looked a little bit harder. I'm like, is that done?
Damn
Like,
right.
goddamn, you looking
Damn right.
sick. I want to see
Hey,
more of this. You look like
we
a
need
badass.
everyone to exit the courtroom, please.
Oh yeah,
Vel,
yeah.
Yep, Vel needs everyone to leave.
I don't want to go to jail.
Nope, I'm good on that.
Hey, sir.
Yeah.
I got a job.
We need everyone to leave the courtroom.
Masana, we good, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Oh no, Ski, don't be asking me for another AR. I'm about to lose my mind if you do.
You know what I'm surprised about, Ward? There wasn't any murders. I mean, I'm glad.
Daryl.